I get asked all the time, what gear am I using to record the THP Radio Podcast when on the road shooting on locations at golf company headquarters, fitting labs, or someplace else? I figured now was as good a time as any to throw that information up for anybody that is looking for it. First off, it's different equipment than what we use for our regular THP Radio Podcast shows, which are done using in-the-studio equipment. On the road, traveling cross-country many times, it can make the amount of gear used rather challenging, and let's face it, nobody that is ready to get interviewed wants to wait for you to break out the mixing board, the computer, multiple mics, and some sound screens. So first up is a very nifty device that is a personal recorder called the Zoom H4n. There are multiple brands like Tascam and others, but I chose the Zoom for two reasons. One, its menu was really easy to use, and I thought the onboard mics worked better. From the pictures you see, it has two microphones built right into the top, and while I do not use them for the show, they are great for quick voiceover stuff and really when you're in a pinch. The bottom of the device has two XLR inputs, and the Zoom even has phantom power to power them. It records everything right to an SD card and does the audio flawlessly. While it has the ability to record 4 mics at one time, that would be using the two on top as well as our two XLRs, and we prefer our interviews to go with a cleaner sound of the dynamic mics that we will get to in a second. It runs on a couple of AA batteries, and the battery life is surprisingly really good. The Zoom is a device that is indispensable for those that travel, and it makes podcasting on the road rather easy. Next up is our mics. We use two Sennheiser E835 Dynamic XLR microphones. Why? Honestly, I have no idea. We tested some out years ago. These were highly recommended, and it's been great for us for a number of years. It's the same microphones we use on all our THP TV video shows, as well as our interviews at the PGA show and other really big events. We use a dynamic over condenser on the road because many times we're recording where people are around working on clubs, walking around and such, and this really only picks up the person speaking directly to it. The Zoom H4n supplies the phantom power and the whole thing runs smooth. For our video shots of our THP radio show podcasts while on location, we don't drag our big camera gear around. We use something that's new called the Dji Osmo Kit. It's similar to the DJI drones that you've seen, the Phantoms. Same camera, same gimbal. It's a 4K camera on a gimbal system that works great, especially for B-roll and clips, and it's perfect for this type of platform. There you have it. The rest is done by popping the SD card into the MacBook Pro, putting some editing together before hitting the publish button. Hope this helps, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below.